How you doing, everybody? My name is Dr. Sami Baya. Please welcome back to my YouTube channel. In the end, narcissists choose former grade A supply. That's the title of this video. Now, when you talk about a narcissist, we are talking about a selfish, self-absorbed, self-centered, egocentric, egotistic person. Narcissists lack empathy. They need constant admiration, constant validation from you. They need constant attention from you. The narcissist uses, then discards you. They only focus on their own needs. They are very arrogant creatures and very boastful. Now, narcissists have this predictable cycle of idealization, devaluation, and discard. This cycle doesn't necessarily end when the relationship ends. The cycle doesn't end when the relationship does end. The cycle can pause and it can wait for the next opportunity. When you talk about grade A supply, we refer to people who provide the narcissist with the highest quality of narcissistic fuel. That is admiration, attention, status, validation, and emotional responsiveness. When narcissists evaluate their sources of supply, they rank them based on utility, responsiveness, appearance, social status, and how effectively the person enhances their self-image. Former grade A supply holds a special place in the narcissist hierarchy. These people are usually the ones who met the narcissist's needs most effectively at one point, making them psychologically prime real estate. Narcissists tend to idealize the past in the same way they idealize people, forgetting the challenges and focusing solely on the benefits once re-engagement becomes useful. Over time, even the narcissist has moved on to other relationships. No new supply may match the depth or intensity of attention once received from a grade A source. If newer supplies fall short, less responsive, more independent, or harder to manipulate, the narcissist often begins scanning the past for a better option. Re-engagement becomes a strategic move, not a sentimental one. The narcissist returns to a former grade A supply not out of love, but out of calculated need. When a narcissist returns, they often present themselves as changed, introspective, or regretful. But this hoovering technique is a manipulation designed to reopen emotional access. They know exactly what strings to pull, which emotional buttons to press, because they've done it before and studied their target's vulnerabilities. In the eyes of a narcissist, grade A supply is a known quantity. It offers predictability in chaos, familiarity in performance, and often past affection they can exploit. Narcissists rarely develop authentic attachments, but they do remember effectiveness. A grade A supply is remembered as effective, obedient, emotionally generous. Even after devaluation or discard, the narcissist may assume that the former grade A supply still longs for their approval, which emboldens the narcissist to return. Time and distance don't diminish the narcissist's sense of ownership over past grade A source. In fact, they often assume continued control even without contact. When other supplies start resisting or pushing boundaries, the narcissist yearns for easier ground, which they believe lies in the familiarity of their grade A supply. They may return suddenly with a message, a phone call, a social media interaction, testing the waters before diving in for a full re-engagement. To the narcissist, past abandonment or cruelty can be overlooked or reframed because their focus isn't on morality but on utility. They will often reignite old romantic memories, use shared history, or reference mutual experiences to quickly rebuild the emotional bond. The strategy often works, especially if the former supply still holds emotional attachment or unfinished trauma from the previous encounter. Narcissists bank on trauma bonds, which keep victims psychologically tethered, unable to fully separate logic from longing. If successful, this reconnection provides the narcissist with a fresh dose of validation, nostalgia, and power, fuel they may have been lacking. The former grade A supply, if unaware of the cycle, may feel hopeful that the narcissist has changed, only to find themselves back in the same painful pattern. The cycle restarts with idealization, but often faster and more intense. A love bombing phase designed to override past pain with present flattery. However, the devaluation also comes faster the second time, because the narcissist already knows the script, and they may have even less patience now. To the narcissist, reusing old supply isn't lazy, it is efficient. It saves energy and effort compared to grooming someone new from scratch. If the grade A supply resists, the narcissist may escalate tactics. They may use guilt tripping, gaslighting, or triangulating with others to regain control. Ultimately, the narcissist's return isn't about emotional connection. It is about regaining power and restoring their perceived dominance. But the grade A supply can break the cycle. Awareness is the first step, recognizing that the narcissist's return is about manipulation, not reconciliation. Boundaries, education, and emotional detachment are essential. The narcissist can only reclaim what is willingly given, and former supplies have the power to say no. In the end, yes, narcissists often do choose their former grade A supply, but it is not a compliment. It's a reflection of their dependency, not love. Thank you very much for watching this video about how, in the end, narcissists choose former grade A supply. I hope you liked the video, and if you did, please click that like button. Also, you can drop a comment below. Tell us what you think about this video. Tell us your thoughts. Tell us what you think. Tell us your experience. And if you've not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please spare a second or two and smash that subscribe button. Make sure the notification bell is on. That way, every time I upload a new video, you get notified about it. Thank you. Catch you later in the next video.